How much do you think you know about common culture? Life is strange, and there are many facts that seem too incredible to be true. For example, did you know that a day on Venus is longer than a year? Or that some animals are born pregnant? So, if you are one of those who think you know a lot about common culture, I challenge you to watch this video and find a fact that you already knew. Do you dare? So, old sports, this is EdDevelop, where you will find the best curiosities and facts on YouTube. I invite you to subscribe and activate the notification bell to make your day much better every time we upload a new video. If you want to actively help us grow, old sport, consider our Patreon. Find the link below in the description. I assure you it will be one of the best decisions you'll ever make. Now, it is time for the fun parts. There are probably many things that you do not know right now, but in a few minutes that will change, won't it? You will see, but be warned, when you discover them, you may be shocked, because the truth is that they never even crossed your mind. The world has many curiosities, and if we try to know them all, we are far from knowing everything we would like to know in depth. Even if you are a great reader or a traveler around the planets, there are very curious questions that may escape you and others that may figuratively blow your mind because of how crazy they are. So, old sports, are you ready? Let's get started. Jupiter and Saturn rain diamonds. What would you do if a powerful diamond storm came out of nowhere? Yes, as you heard. The atmospheres of Jupiter and Saturn are full of helium and hydrogen. They are really dense, and in their interiors, it is possible to find diamonds floating from one side to the other, according to some studies. This process occurs due to the large number of electrical storms present in the atmosphere, where there also coexists an infinity of methane gas particles that, when colliding with lightning, break up. In this way, the carbon produced by the reaction combines to form a heavier substance. One study reported that the size of each of the stones is barely a centimeter in diameter, which would be suitable for placing in a ring. Interesting, isn't it? If you're thinking of proposing and haven't bought the jewelry yet, old sports, it's time to think about a trip to Jupiter. A hen lived without a head for 18 months. I know it seems impossible, but it is not. Some farmers were decapitating chickens when one of the bodies started moving more than usual. It was this chicken they named Mike, and he went into the Guinness Book of Records for managing to live decapitated for 18 months. It sounds bizarre, and you probably think he didn't deserve to live like that. I understand, I don't like the idea either. Scientists say he survived because part of his brain, which controls breathing and other vital functions, remained in his neck. He also did not bleed to death because of a clot that formed in his neck and prevented bleeding, so the family kept him alive by dropping food and water directly into his esophagus. He finally died after 18 months, amidst considerable media attention. Crazy! Was it luck or not? Tell us what you think about this rare case in the comments. Nintendo is at least 100 years older than you think it is. No, it's not a mistake. You didn't know that this company wasn't made for video games either, did you? The beloved Japanese video game company is about 100 years older than you probably thought. Decades before Pokemon and Mario, Nintendo opened its doors as a playing card company. Founded as Nintendo Karuta, Nintendo's initial focus was on recreational games, but in a more analog format like playing cards. Its founder, Fusajiro Yamauchi, created the company to produce cards called Hanafuda, the Japanese equivalent of Western decks used for various games. By 1930, Nintendo was the largest card company in Japan. Since then, and thanks to its partnership with Disney, Nintendo has begun to consolidate its position in the children's market. However, various ups and downs, such as Japan's involvement in the World Wars, forced Hiroshi Yamauchi to consider expanding the company into other products. If you've made it this far and are surprised by everything I've shown you, I invite you to like this video and share it with someone else. Wait until you see the next ones, they will be just as amazing. A bear who fought in the Polish army during World War II was promoted to the rank of Corporal. Can you imagine a bear helping in a war? Do you think a bear is smart enough to go to war? We didn't think so either, but I assure you I'm not kidding. Wojtek, the soldier bear, was released from the Siberian prison camps only to be picked up by the Allies in Iran. The Polish army took care of him, and he helped the war effort by moving ammunition during the Battle of Monte Cassino in Italy. After the battle, he was promoted to corporal, and after the Allies won World War II, he moved to the United Kingdom and lived at the Edinburgh Zoo until his death in 1963. 23. What a life this bear had. In a room of 23 people, there is more than a 50% chance that 2 people will have the same birthday. It's called the birthday paradox. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Well, let us explain it to you. Do you have a friend with whom you share a birthday? Okay, even harder, were you born in the same year? If they were born in the same hospital, you might want to ask their parents some questions. Anyway, if you really do share a birthday with a friend in your group, maybe the probability thing crossed your mind at some point. How big does a group of people have to be for there to be at least a 50% chance of 2 of them sharing a birthday? The answer is known, 23. If 2 people are in the same room together, there is a 364 out of 365 chance that they will not share the same birthday, if we ignore leap years and assume all birthdays are equally likely, since there are 364 days other than the first person's birthday that could be the second person's birthday. Got it? Let's go over it again. If there are 3 people in the room, then the probability that they all have different birthdays is 364 out of 365 times 363 out of 365. As above, once we know the first person's birthday, there are 364 different birthday possibilities for the second person, and that leaves 363 possibilities for the third person's birthday that are different from the other 2. Continuing in this way, once you get to 23 people, the probability of all 23 having different birthdays drops below 50%, so the probability of at least 2 having the same birthday is higher. Strictly speaking, this is not a paradox, since it is not a logical contradiction. However, it is a mathematical truth that contradicts common intuition. Many people think that the probability is much lower, and that it takes many more people to reach the probability of 50.66%. Did you know this strange fact? It is amazing what mathematics can predict, but it is even more amazing to think that someone could develop this theory. What would they think? Hard to say. Old sport, we have reached the end of this video. Remember when I challenged you to not know these facts? Tell me in the comments if I won the bet. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Let us know what you think in the comments, or what topic you would like us to cover in a future video. Old sports, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. See you next time.